Caution.
Sup guys and girls, Giovanni here, and today I'm gonna be talking about why Scream should become a anthology series after Scream 6 and why they should mention the TV series. But first, why I think it should become a anthology series.
Alright then. On with the show.
So it should be known that apparently Spyglass wants to do a Scream trilogy with Scream 5, 6, and 7. But it looks like to me, they forgot how to count because the trilogy, it's Scream 4, 5, and 6. I still want that Kevin Williamson 4, 5, and 6 trilogy plan. I still want it, damn it. That's why I only want 2 movies. There are people out there that want to reboot the Scream universe. I'm not talking about soft reboot. I hate that term. It's just a sequel. Just because the original cast is not in it, or is barely in it, it's still a sequel, like American Psycho 2. But getting back on point, there are people who want to remake the Scream universe. Looking at those 2 words, basically people want a new version of the same established characters, like Powerpuff Girls, Ben 10, Teen Titans, or Halloween. I've said this recently a lot, that you never have to reboot it, you never have to remake it, just expand it. And to further my point, 2 months ago, Dave McRae, shout out to him, Trick or Treat, and well, hopefully you know the rest. He talked about Scream, and he went on what I've been saying, that anybody could be Ghostface, and it could take place anywhere in the world. I would like to see a Scream movie in China, Mexico, Canada, the desert. That would be lit. Plus the costume could be designed for those centric movies. It doesn't need to be a simple black and white costume. I really like, by the way, the, what was it? Oh yeah, the Scarecrow Ghostface costume. Anybody being Ghostface is its pro and its con. Imagine if Billy and Stu, Mickey, Roman, or
Billy's mother
was able to get away with the killings this long. And you know who's supposed to get away with it? Jill Roberts. But they killed her. Allegedly. Hashtag Jill is still alive. The Scream franchise can't have one consistent killer, like Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Child's Play / Chucky, even though I feel Gunda could take over for Chucky, Hellraiser, It, Leprechaun, and Texas Chainsaw. Obviously, there's a reason why I didn't mention Friday the 13th. So, I hope you see my point. It doesn't need to have Sydney. Now, as long as Sydney in the Stab movies is mentioned, then it's all good to show that it's all in the same universe. The best example of this is American Horror Story. Its story is different from the last, but there is Easter eggs or a character that is connected to a previous season. So imagine, if Scream 7 follows a new cast and it takes place in Africa, and the new victim who is being chased by the killer happens to look up that these Ghostface sightings has been happening since 1996. Not everyone in the world can know about the Stab movies, but I said in my Scream Season 3 review that at a certain point it starts getting out there to the rest of the world. Speaking of Season 3, the TV series, why Scream 5 and 06 should mention the TV series. Now I've talked about how they should do it, but I never talked about why. Let's take the Marvel phrase. It's all connected. I know there are lots of people like to say the Defender shows, Marvel's Runaways, Cloak and Dagger, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not in the MCU. First of all, that's BS. Just because the movies don't mention the TV series don't mean they're not in the same universe. The TV series have mentioned the movies though. Now, it's kind of different for Scream because the TV series never, ever mentioned the movie. So it would be kind of hard doing it, seeing how there will never be a Scream Season 4. In my Scream 6 fancast video, I had Beth be the sister to Renee and Giselle Meeks, which Martha gave out for adoption. And I gotta say, by the way, bars. The 2 people I picked for Renee and Giselle, I thought they were awesome because they actually look like they're related. And I've said this for a long time. Scream Seasons 1 and 2 is Stab the TV show. And Season 3 is actually taking place in the Sydney universe, which means Sydney is able to interact with those characters. If you watch my Scream 6 fan casting video, you would know what happens to Marcus, Liv, and Kim. One more thing I would like to mention before I go. And that is, you can debate that Scream Season 1 and 2 is not Stab the TV series, and that Sydney's able to interact with those characters because Neve Campbell, a few years ago, was talking about that she could maybe appear in the series. Maybe Brandon James was inspired by the Ghostface mask, which made him create his own. Now, I know somebody out there is going to be like, but Giovanni, the Brandon killings happened in 1994, while the Scream killings took place in 1996. Well, I have a counter to that for you people saying that. In any Scream movie, it's never been established when the Ghostface costume was actually made. The closest I could find is when Dwight is talking to the cop in Scream.
You sell this costume every 5 and dime in the state. There's no way to track the purchase.
Yeah, it was selling all over the state. So who knows when it not only came out, but where the costume originated from. In my Scream 5 fan casting video, I had Kathy Bates be the one who created the costume. So while she created the costume and it was selling everywhere, it wasn't until Stab when they became popular. The tone for Scream Seasons 1 and 2 just really felt like a Stab TV show, plus what Noah said.
You can't do a slasher movie as a TV series.
It's not up for a discussion to try to debate that Scream Season 3 is Stab Season 3. I need Beth to be the daughter to Martha.
Why did you say that name?
But yeah, get your fingers up and say it with me. Scream 7, 8, and 9, possibly all the way to 12, to get 3 trilogies should be a Anthology series. Bars. But yeah, bye.